but be ready to put yourself out there. Companies don't want to come and employ you in your bedroom, put in your Figma file for you and say, oh, let's see the work you have done. Do you even know the job description of what you are trying to do? What does a product designer do? And what does a product manager do? Did they tell you that the blood money is your blood, Abby? They did not tell you that part. It is your blood. You will.
You have two
Uh-huh.
trials. If you get
Mm-hmm.
it right, you get a swag. So this is 24 pixel swag,
Uh,
right? You get it for free. I am something. I like to organize things immediately I am called, but I can also be very annoying.
wait. Say that again. I am something. I organize things
I
like
like
this
to
when I am
organize
called.
immediately I'm called, but I can
Very
also be
nice. You know,
very
auto
annoying.
layout.
I would have been so, excited. I'd have
Yeah.
allowed you.
When you said design,
I would
because
have
when you
messed
said
things
design,
up
because
for
I
you.
was already thinking of animal, place, things, maybe alarm clock,
Yeah,
organizer.
yeah. Nice, nice. Yeah, yeah, correct. So it's auto layout. So automatically you have a shirt. It's I'll send you the design so you pick the one that which of the designs
Okay,
you want,
cool.
right? Tell me about your journey into design.
I was previously building a career as a real estate person. I studied estate management. I was currently on a customer experience job at the time. There's this certificate exam graduates do. It's called S1ep1 certifications. You're eligible for either promotions or better job shack and estate manager. Or my classmates that have done it, some failed, some have to, and the thing is not cheap. It's expensive. You get. I was really looking to upskill, start earning better. It was because it felt like as if as an estate manager, there was just like a roof, like there is just this cap that you can't go beyond. So my boss then, who is a software developer, kind of took interest in me because every single time there is a complaint raised, maybe a customer complains about making mistakenly subscribing for something he didn't plan for, or he didn't see a particular feature that he needed, or he wasn't able to manage his SMSs and all those many complaints. I would be like, it's because the platform is not helping the user. I'll just flatly just say that I had no clue what I was saying actually made sense. I was just really saying, I mean, make it easy for our customers to find what it is they are looking for. That the platform does not do that, and it's giving us, the customer service rep, a lot of work to do. 2019, yeah, that was in 2019. Introduced me to Figma, then introduced me to HTML and CSS because he thought that, okay, since I kind of understand how the platform works, that I think I would be a good uh, front end developer. Like, so my understanding of HTML and CSS started picking up at that time. But over time, as I was, reading up about it, asking him questions, I discovered that, oh, there's something called UX design, there's something called product design, and a whole lot of other aspects in the tech world, and it really got me curious. So from 2019 up to during the lockdown though has its blessing and its curse, but the lockdown really gave me the opportunity to really like dive into this entirely new world, because then I was like, it's either I'm still stuck on being a customer service rep and then end up going to write my exams and all of that, or I make a decision to switch careers to something that I feel would give me the opportunity to grow, to feel like, okay, I'm in an environment, I'm on a career path that I don't feel static. You
Yeah,
get, and at the same time able to grow my earnings. I was told, oh, you can do internship, you can do boot camp, you can do this or this or that. I was not sure. I wanted to do HND at the time, and someone told me, no, you are too early for HND. HND is too fast paced for you. Take out the time to really still build your knowledge about what you're diving into before you fully transition. Abdul was the one that gave me that advice. That, see, if you want to start something, start. Just know that you're starting, or from all over. You're pretty much starting from the very beginning, and not just like having a double-minded. Because once you have a plan B behind your back, you not necessarily do well on your plan A, and that is the honest truth. Because you feel, it's not working, I can fall back on this one. But once you have at the back of your mind that it is either this or this way, you actually be absolute 100% absolute focused on that particular part and making sure that it works for you. So I made up my mind to do that. I resigned and then started my journey. Then I came across Zuri, and that's actually Zuri actually was like the pointer, or like the foundational starting point for me.
Mad. That's nice because I remember that we met on Zuri. All of us were
Yeah.
like on Zuri,
Yeah.
Zuri, fighting ourselves, serving ourselves Igusi that we thought was mad.
As
Our design there
in,
was crazy.
I can't
So
even. Oh
I
my God, my first design. Oh, blood of Jesus. Oh, I can't believe I did that.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So like for you, right,
Mm.
leaving your real estate, kind of environment into design, what is like one thing that you took from there or that you think helped you from that experience as you transitioned into design?
Business thinking. And then, as a customer service rep, I saw the importance of customer experience to a business. I'm not just only looking at the user experience of a particular digital product. I'm also looking at what is it that the stakeholders are thinking about when it comes to their business, their for profitability, what revenue they are looking to make from this, which almost every estate manager thinks about when they're managing an estate. As a product designer, I have that at the back of my mind, and that is, I mean, that is almost like 5 years experience altogether. Uh, and so bringing that in, and it gives me an edge because when I'm speaking with my bosses at work or my clients, I'm also I'm able to sustain conversations or even inspire their business aspects of their product and say, oh, have you considered this aspect? Or I think making these design decisions will help your business in this way, or making this design decision will better improve the customer experience, on this product. So it really has given me that balance, because I think one thing that a lot of product designers struggle to understand is that there's not just only the design experience aspect of a product or the user experience aspect of a product. What makes a product success is when it is relevant to the needs of the user, is admirable by the cost to the customers, that they are able to put their money on it, and then it's profitable to the business. You understand those three different things, and I think that is what my work experience and my past work experience has given me, to be able to pull that balance through and through in every of my engagement as a product designer.
As someone who came from an editing background where I used to edit videos back then, right? Now, I can say that definitely there's something to always take away from like your previous experience, right? In terms of work ethics, how you deliver, how fast can you do. Back then, we're editing videos that we're going to show to students like almost that week, so we like had to stay back and like quickly do the math, how to edit fast. It was not really that great edit, but it was what it was, and we're delivering. As the founder of Road Trip Tech Community, tell me how that started. What is Road Trip Tech Community? What it is,
Ah!
and the just give me the
Yeah.
gist.
Okay. So here's the gist. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't really thinking about starting a community, to be sincerely honest with you. That was not even the plan in the first place at all. What happened was that, so starting as a product designer, my friends, I don't have product design friends except my brothers and my housemates, and they don't have time for me. These ones are like they're agba you get, but they don't have time for me. I was by myself, even in the same house. I mean, my brother is there, my housemate who is like has 7 years experience. But they're just there, they only just check up on me. Oh, okay, so this is what you have done now. And I was just so glad again, because I really wanted like someone that I could share my journey with, and not that you come and be telling me, oh, don't worry, you will get there, you get there. I don't want when as you're starting up on something, and then you're so excited about your first milestone, your second milestone, and then you now rush to your people around you, and they're like, oh, that's nice, and they can't really share that excitement with you, and they're like, oh, don't worry, that's how it is now, that's like, you get there, and I'm not like, because so I felt really like alone. I felt isolated, you
Mhm.
get. So by the time sophisticated dev was now announcing that, you should be saying your goodbyes now. Oh. We're about to end the project phase. I felt bad. Like, so after Zuri, what next? I was asking myself a question. How am I going to connect? I don't have any friends that are like, okay, this is someone, or these are people that I can share my journey with, or I can run to and say I need help or something. But I was too shy to do that. It took me like 3 days, I think, to actually come up with a message that speaks my mind. So the message was like, okay, if you are if you are someone like me that just transitioned to a new career after like putting so much work into building your previous career, and you're pretty much like starting from scratch, and you feel like my story resonates with you and you want to connect with me, you want us to be friends, please DM, and let's connect or something like that. That's what
Hey, you don't take my life to Nigeria.
I had like first five people that responded to me, and I was really excited. Before I know it, the following day I woke up and I saw like 30. No, and I couldn't say no to
Hey,
everybody who is like my mentor today and my accountability partner. And he was like, why can't you just create a WhatsApp group? And I did. To me, Pexel, Emmanuel, Ace Graphics, um,
oh,
Toby, Caveman, Nonye. Those are like the set of people that you posted that something about journey, right? So yes, and how can't you just call it road trip? I was like, road trip is not. I'm not even joking. That what is my road trip? It's not a tourism. We're not into tourism. We're not into travels. It's not logistics. They say, well, it just speaks that okay, we're all in journey together. And I feel like it's kind of be more relaxed um vibey if you say, oh, we're on a road trip
yeah,
together. You get so which I like that
yeah,
vibes. I don't like when I call it. So there was nothing special behind the name. Everybody can resonate with them, and also they know that this is a gathering of aggressive learners. I actually had to use that because that's the kind of person I'm actually very aggressive and passionate about whatever it is I'm putting my mind into. Sure you get. So and I was even concerned that I don't want a situation whereby I gather people around me and I get slowed down because I was really super laser focused. I still am sharp. So but back then I was just super focused. I wanted the right people, the quality set of people around me, and so that's what I was really particular about. I wasn't even looking forward to like, oh, let's start a community or anything. So but when we all did that and then people started engaging with each other, then we saw like the quality and the vibes that we're bringing in as individuals, then bringing it together,
mhm,
into the group, and then we felt, you know what, let's invite more people to join us, and that's how the thing started.
yeah.
And then
That's why
yeah,
that's where I came in.
and that's where you came in, that's where others came in, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, that's interesting because it was Emanuela, Caveman invited Emanuela,
then
then
Emmanuel,
Emanuela
then
invited me.
Emanuela invited you.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. So over time, as as the group at the time, that's what it's called. That's what it was called. But as the group started gaining some sort of identity, people wanted to now like associate. Okay, what is this group about? What are we doing here? Because I mean, the original intent of the group only started with the first 10 15 people. I know there's no how they can transfer that to others joining without having a structure. You understand? So then say that okay, this is the identity of this group and this is what we stand for, this is what we do here. And so over time that identity became more refined. Initially it was just designers because I mean, hello, I'm a designer, I was looking for designer friends, right? But over time, we
mm-hmm.
saw that hey, there's more we could do as a group, and so we decided to like start thinking of building it as a community. But this time around, a very exclusive community because we're really concerned about quality of people we wanted to work with, because people we wanted to grow together with. And so that's why Grocery Community is actually an exclusive community. It's not an open source like, community. Sorry to say, but so it has to now like build that structure around it, and it started working. We have now begun our brand identity journey. Where we are is not where we want to be, but we're getting there.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. It's a road trip now, so you gotta be
Exactly.
ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. So now in road trip, right? I'm a member, so I may be biased to anything I say. Since you are the founder, you have like internal Goro experience.
Yeah.
So tell me what has influenced your community the most. Like tell me three things. That's minimum, right? You can go as much as you can. Things that have influenced the community the most, and like its members.
Yeah, the first one I feel which is even like the most important is the spirit of service. But how outsiders perceive road trippers, like, oh, road trippers are they're everywhere. It's like they are volunteering here, they are shading this year, and they are and they are so open to talk about their community. I think yesterday we had a session, and someone was talking about how she joined the community. I don't even know that members need to do evangelism. Like not necessarily evangelism by default, but
Mm-hmm.
someone just can just walk up to you and be like, oh, I'm actually looking for a community to join, and they'll be so excited to talk about road trip. Funny enough, some members are not just it's not just only road trip that they are is the only community they are part of, right? But they always talk about road trip because road trip is a community they are mostly vested into. You understand, compared to other communities they are
Yeah.
part of, I think that has significantly driven the kind of spirit that is behind the community, right? That spirit of service, that spirit of service. You're always eager to, help one another, serve one another, give back. That's the first one. Then the second one is there's this bond, and I feel it actually stems from the fact that there's that spirit of service. But people are eager to get to know you, and not just only as regard your design or tech career, yeah, but they want to like know you for you. In fact, that is actually a value proposition, being accountable to one another. So accountability partnership is like has been the driving force behind the bond. So people are like really eager to get to know each other. And so when you see an average road tripper outside, once there are two, you know that this is a road tripper. Once there are three, these are not normal people, So that is so yes, the primary one, that is the foundational influence has been that spirit of service.
Say spirit of service. Now sounds like church service.
Yes, have you? I don't know where that came from.
Road trip, as you said, is beneficial, right?
Yeah,
We'll get to how beneficial that has been to his members.
yeah.
But before then, normal designer like Zuri graduates now, people that Zuri graduates, that sounds very legit. We need to get ID card for alumni from Zuri. No, it's not easy. Like, I mean, I prefer saying I'm a Zuri
We'll
graduate.
tell Silas this. We'll tell Silas I'm
I
like,
swear.
we should be, are we
Ah,
alumni? Because it's us that is bringing others back. I say, if you want to
I
start, go to Zuzi.
exactly like anybody that tell you anything. I want to go to. Do you know
Do you know
Zuri? Check their
Zuri? You check
website.
their website.
I prefer saying I'm a Zuri graduate. How do you let these new designers, right, get started into not just road trip, any community? How do they make the most out of it? How do they get started? How do they make the most out of it?
Okay, so there's one thing my mentor tells me. He still repeated that to my ears yesterday. He said, see, if you're coming to the world of tech or design, but you're coming because you just want to make money, don't even bother. If you're really serious about building a career in the world of design and tech, then you must be ready to face the shaggy that comes with it. He still told me that yesterday.
That shaggy na
He still told me that
compulsory
yesterday.
something.
So the thing is that, did they tell you that the blood money is your blood, Abi? They did not tell you that part. It is your blood. You will sweat like this. You will have sleepless nights. So, anyways,
I I I I remember when Faye said
uh,
that there's money in tech, but you will see
you will
shaggy.
see
You will
shaggy.
see shaggy and you will
The
see
blood
money.
money in tech, alas, it is your blood.
Yeah.
First of all, if you're starting out in anything, know your why, and your why must be stronger than anything that you are ever going to face. Know your why. Why do you want to leave what you are doing, currently doing, and start something else that you are not even sure of? You're not even sure you are going to succeed in it in the first place. And then if your why is about making money, sorry, you can be you don't know you can be successful lawyer. Don't know you can be a successful medical
Yeah.
doctor. So what is what are you looking
That's
for?
true.
So some people talk about and you want to be problem solver. So I'll just be smiling.
That's like the line that everybody uses in every portfolio.
Where the
I like
problem now
solving
show you shaking,
problems.
you will not run away.
I like solving problems. So you just dey normal human being just like wahala. You just like to
You
dey
like
find wahala.
looking for the problem and then you solve it. You now find the problem now do you like this, you now disappear. Anyways, but yes, I see some people's honesty in it. You're not going to be seeing the result of your effort overnight. You're going to see it in maybe next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That's when it's going to begin. And the funny thing is that a lot of people now enter this space and then they are saying they cannot put themselves out there. So how do people want to see you? But be ready to put yourself out there because companies don't want to come and employ you in your bedroom, put in your Figma file for you and say, oh, let's see the work you have done. Do you even know the job description of what you are trying to do? What does a product designer do and what does a product manager do? Find a way to ask yourself the right questions that would that will give you insight into where your strengths lie, what you can try out. And even if you're not sure in the first place, make sure you do your
Mhm.
research. So people don't, they just run with the vibes because hey, on Twitter they see somebody earning $120,000. What will require demanded of me? What is the workload like? Companies will I be working with? What is the learning path required? What's my learning? What is my pace? How fast can I learn? Whatever you make of it
That's
that
it.
makes it better. Take more internships. Go for more boot camps. Be solid. Nobody is going to put you. Nobody's going to bet their money on you until they see that you can actually do the job. Expertise takes period of time. It takes years.
What will you tell other designers? Probably they have their why and they want to join a community. How do somebody get started? And if Emanuela did not tell me about road trip, I would not have known.
I
So there's
know,
somebody
right?
out there now that doesn't know that there's a community that they could fit into, right?
Yes, yes.
What will
So
you tell them to get started? Where they want to start their site?
okay, well, there are really popular ones out there that are doing well. Memorizely, Black Valley community, I Date Labs, Design Toolbox is one community that even a lot of road trippers are part of. Another reason is that you also get to interact with part of the world and see what kind of effort they are putting into their career. So you know what kind of competition you're up against. Thirdly, it gives you that mindset that hey, there is longevity on this career and they're not so difficult to access. You can just go to their website, memorizely.com, I think. Then I Date Labs. I think I'll drop the links afterwards, yeah.
So for people watching, you check the description, you see the links to all of this.
And don't just stay mute because I know people have issues, engaging on virtual platform. I mean, engage with their monthly challenges, categories as the exclusive ones and as the public ones. Well, I'm personally saying this one. Ready to put it, or you just be there like a ghost and nobody will be concerned about your progress. You just be there. Then there's road trip. So road trip is an exclusive community, yeah. But right now we have 4 seasons, so we call. Oh my god, I know I'm laughing. It's just very funny, yeah, because okay, so it's road trip and then like seasons and then like bus stops.
Hey, I didn't even know me. I didn't know there was bus stop.
So the bus
I
stop
didn't
is
know
the
there was
S
bus
bit.
stop.
Is the Porsche season.
Hey,
So the thing is because an exclusive community, we try to encourage everybody to be active. Every quarter in the year, we open up for new intakes. So we
okay.
have a Twitter page where we just post it there.
What have you personally gained from the community as a designer in your career? What's like,
That feeling that I will never work alone. That there's a time the founder of the Nana Tubo reached out to me when he heard I was going through stuff at work. Never doesn't know me from anywhere, but just felt he should give me a word of encouragement. I just dawned on me that Rosiki, you can never walk alone. In this career path, you can never walk alone because at least there are one, two, three persons be that will be looking out for your success, that will be looking out for your growth. And that's one major thing I have really benefited from being a part of communities. And not just only being a part of a community and just being an onlooker or just a bench warmer, but I keep putting myself out there. Like if there was an opportunity for me to take up a task or participate in something, if I have the time, I will do so. And I think that's how the founder of the Designer Toolbox noticed me because he reached out to Uche Nicholas and said, oh, I've not been seeing Victoria for a while. So that's actually how that happened. Built my habit of reading design. For design books are boring to be honest. Yeah. But I had to really when I saw I read Hooked and that really started my journey. Then I read Hooked and I read Refactoring UI and because of memorizing. So and then a couple of people were memorizing, connecting with me. A couple of people on Black Valley. Black Valley too was also a turning point for me because I had a mentor. In fact, I had two mentors at the Black Valley community.
you just feel like you're not alone. Like the
The
shege, somebody else is also
shege,
taking their
as
edge.
the shege,
So
everybody
like
is
you're all sharing
facing
it.
it, and we hope we get
Everybody
to
they collect them.
collect. You get,
Everybody collect woto.
you
So
get.
yeah.
There was this other guy in which I was also doing job hunting. It was even for an internship process. I knew he wanted to apply for this particular job, and he saw one weird question, and then he posted it in a group, and everybody carried it
About
like
Amala.
Canada.
Is it
Yes.
about Amala? Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
said, I
I
said people
remember that
carrying
Amala question.
somebody's headache
Yeah.
to take it Panadol for somebody else to become
Yeah, yeah,
motivated. So you
yeah.
know what? Even if I don't get the job, let me just get through the application. This same shege is shared, is distributed. Everybody is
Everybody they get their own. They touch everybody
as
with.
in, it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Personally, I have benefited from the communities that I've been in and personally benefited from it
Yes.
too. Like,
We are your first set of
I actually
subscribers, by the way. I can't forget that part.
yes, yeah. For people, what the community is more than just talking about design. If you
Yeah.
find a good community that you join, you can basically talk about topics that help you
Anything.
generally.
Exactly. A lot of things affect your creativity. Being in a community where you can talk about it, get advice. I think one of the biggest
Exactly.
hallmark of the Worship community is our mental health sessions. These things hamper your creativity as a designer, as a designer, as a developer, whatever in the tech space.
If you had an opportunity to go back in time,
This your
right?
this your go back in time questions. God of mercy.
If you had an opportunity to go back in time, right? What is that moment? What that very very important moment that you would go back to and why?
The moment I was deciding whether I should go to university or not,
Why?
I didn't actually want to go. I just knew that
Mm,
I have had a thing for design. But I was actively looking for a university in Nigeria or an institute that offer fashion design as a course. For 2 years, I was sitting down at home waiting to like I wish I had that exposure
yeah.
earlier. That moment where that the annoying curriculum. But I wish I could go back in time and just say that, hey, let me just change the direction of my journey from here.
So thank you so much, Victoria, for sitting down with me. I don't know how many minutes has been. This is Shift A series where designers talk about design topics that are relating to their journey, and we hope that this helps you, listeners, in your journey. So thank you so much, Victoria. Have a nice day.
Bye. Bye.